Так, всем добрый день, друзья. Сегодня у нас новый день. Продолжаем историю Fallout. Где он у меня? Вот он у меня, Fallout. Я сегодня ничего не успеваю, поэтому поиграем, наверное, недолго. Но поиграем все равно. Так, Fallout. Куда я шел? О, бун. Я отправил мужика работать. Hidden Valley, это братство стали. Мне туда рано. И они меня стреляют. Авиабаза Неллис. Атомная танго. Пойдем, наверное. Так, ты пока тогда жди здесь, а я пойду поработаю на Цезаре.
By order of Caesar, all
Да.
your belongings will.
Да, вернули уже один
True to
раз.
Caesar.
Я взял стелс-бой. Я же взял стелс-бой. Взял 2 штуки. О. Урена.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burn.
Burning Man. Фестиваль такой есть в Америке, в Неваде. Вроде. Где у меня?
Was there more for us to discuss? Excellent. Had you simply killed them, the Omertas would have sent another group after Martina eventually. You've saved me the trouble of coming up with a more permanent solution. And Martina is free to go about her business as usual. Well done. I know the captain well. If you wish to be of service, go talk to him. Bear in mind that you are now responsible for guarding the secret of his true allegiance. If the NCR finds out, we'll know how that happened. Well...
Интересненько. Так,
We'll talk again when you've destroyed whatever is down in that bunker. Not before.
окей.
Sing, baby. Yeah? Baby, your generosity and spirit of forgiveness? Off the charts. This little care package is everything I need. I'll take it from here.
You'll pay for that. Come on.
О, да? О. А что, надо ночь подождать, что ли? Давай подождем. А, я не могу ждать в этой локации.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Так, а как мне помочь им забежать-то? Ладно, потом, видимо, да? Ему надо под конец уже помогать бежать. А, может мне надо 2 стелс-боя? Ну-ка, здесь я могу. Подождем твою маму. Че, вы там спите? Ребят, ну час ночи, вы охренели, что ли? Так, ну ладно, а если я... Пистолет какой-то.
Sing, baby. Yeah. Baby.
Понимаю. Ладно, хрен с
Some
ним.
of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man.
Не сработало. Так, а чё мне он Таня? Какое задание ты дал? Как он? Короче, я, наверное, не пойду пока этот квест сделать. Вот что. Здорово, Слав. Потому что что? Потому что в жопу Цезаря. А я без ствола. Убейте или устраните мистера Хауса. Помочь капитану Кертису. Карта мира. Он у нас где? Он у нас в оружейниках. Так, а бункер у нас где? Бункер. Так, сохраню здесь, наверное, даже вот... Ой, не-не-не, назад. Даже, наверное, сохранюсь вот так вот. Почему ты имена нельзя присваивать? География на 4, красавчик. У меня с географией всегда проблемы были.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories.
Бункер-то он здесь, что ли? Подожди-ка. А ну я около двери.
Kaisar has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him. Kaisar has put a lot of trust in you.
Это вот этот бункер. Консоль тихо гудит. Но она тебе не пригодилась. Но она мало кому вообще в целом пригодится может. Это так, общее развитие. О, еще и радиация.
Well, you're here ahead of schedule. I suppose it's just as well. This is where I wanted you to end up after all. I knew I could rely on Caesar to give you back the platinum chip. The platinum chip unlocks this bunker. Hence, you have it. Hence, Benny was captured or killed. Possibly by you, but by my estimates, far more probably by Caesar's legion. Hence, Caesar gave you the chip. Hence, Caesar wants you to destroy whatever you find in this bunker. But that's not going to happen, because you're going to work for me.
Чё, как дела? Да нормально. Ты как?
I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at. My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order.
По дороге ледышка не упала, так что хорошо. Ничего себе, какие у тебя мысли. Че, у вас там все плохо с крышами?
The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself. I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so. I see you. The platinum. I need you to manually upload the. There's a complication. While I can broadcast,
Завтра не учишься?
I can't
Круто.
control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the... Listen to me very carefully. I've waited too long. Do as I say, and your rewards will be immense. Thwart me, and your punishment will become the purpose of my existence. Then there will be no safe haven for you.
А. Так, ну блин, Цезарю я не хочу помогать. На самом-то деле, если я к нему схожу... В воскресенье стейки, я не люблю стейки. Но я считаю, что кусок говядины, запеченный с солью и перцем, как бы это недостаточно. Но это вкусовщик. Кому-то нравится, кому-то нет. Так, загрузить. Вот это, наверное, да? Короче, я еще не готов. Мне надо... Найдите способы. Таланты, отзовитесь. Джокер, делайте ваши ставки. Посетите братство. Я не знаю, как посетить. Прожарок до хрена. Да я знаю, у меня знакомый очень хорошо готовит стейки. Шарит там вообще фанат стейков. Но я... Как тебе сказать? Не мясоед, наверное, что ли? Я там какой-нибудь... Нет, мне нравится говядина, там, скажем, мы ели тантуни, или как-то там вроде называется, там, типа шаурмы, только с говядиной. С овощами, там, вот этой фигней. Вкусно очень. А так просто есть говядину. Ну, не знаю. А, ну котлеты в котлетах еще в бургерах, то там плюс-минус неплохая, нравится мне. Так, кесарю я точно делать не буду. Джокер, вы и армия. Казино всегда в выигрыше. Отнесите пластиновую фишку. Доставьте счет красного каравана доктору лагерь. Я отметил его. Можешь на меня положиться. Инфо. Карта мира. И это... Жопочка. Обжорка. Обжорка какое-то кафе на окраине там, да? Ну погнали, что? А, нет, тогда мне надо в Примс... Ой, в этот в Новок сначала. Да блин. Я опять не туда забрел. Away. Away. А там что? Ворота.
Wait. Are you...
Так, теперь мы идем в Новок. В Новок. Карта мира. Блин, я все время теряю. А, бун, вон же он мигает у меня прямо. Где этот мужчина? А это кто?
I keep hearing
Кажется.
about some
I've got your back.
courier making a fuss over at the strip. Must have delivered more than just mail.
Так, и теперь мы идем, получается, сюда. Нет, спать я не хочу. Хочу пушку. Ой, я там пройду вообще. Что-то там стена. Сдается мне, что я там не пройду или пройду. Вот же ж зараза. А, вот так. Но что-то все равно не помогает. Как зайти-то туда? Это не вы? Нет, точно не. М. Да блин, мышка, прекрати. Что-то как-то у вас тут безлюдно совсем. О,
Fiends. Cracked out junkies. All those chems make them a real bitch to take down.
наверх. Что-то туда. Сюда. Тут стена, блин. О, рейд отформатировался. Да блин. Нет, она говорит, иди туда. А теперь говорит, иди туда. Тут нет ни хрена. Сюда. О, привет.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
А,
No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22. Where to begin? Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
impossible.
A realist. We have that in common. A year ago, I'd have said the same. But what if I was to tell you that the wasteland can yield an endless bounty, and that the secret may lie a mere few miles from where we stand? We need
Не.
only reach out and take it, and for that, I need you. Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them, no one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
Курьер, это я умею.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office. Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No, I direct our Eastern operation. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have, but I've found some promising leads. Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course. Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed. Mass starvation in a decade or so. We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure. Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. Fortunately, we also have the Helios 1 facility. One of our external contractors recently got
Это
the
я.
station up and running. His name was something like exceptional or marvelous or... I see. Of course you did.
Of course you did.
To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
Так. Все, да? Ничего больше нет. Дал задание. Потыкать ничего нельзя. О, привет. А, это Бун. Господи.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault.
Никто не возвращается?
There were a lot of mercs. One after another. None of them came back.
Понимаю.
Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Keeley's brilliant, an absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them? I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more. Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keeley hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible. The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable. He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does. He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildern tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab. My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they'd teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR, give us a bad name with the locals. Dr. Hildern trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl. It's foul to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free.
До свидания. Так, ладно. Но я все равно еще не отнес. Так, тут может... Я не понимаю, как туда пройти. Это что? Дверь. Authorized personnel only.
We're
Полковник.
all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it.
Ух ты.
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word. As in chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them, and they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen. That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. The fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader,
Мотогонщик.
You hear something like a chainsaw? You
Самогонщик.
found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here. Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands. Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan. Now we're trying to secure the Strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning. I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building. Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements. And it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in. It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip. And it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics.
Так, ну это все понятно.
Unfortunately, no. Sounds like
Ситуация у вас.
everything was going according, but our two.
Давай пока. Мне все равно надо. Мне все. А это. Зачем тебе два входа? Не туда, не туда. Получается, все-таки наверх. Блин.
Go right ahead, trooper.
Сейчас скажешь назад идти. Ну да. Ну, тоже выход. А, нет. Да ты что, твою мать?
Hello.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You
Ты
not
кто
big on
такая?
reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu I've told him he
Да, понятно, помощь нужна.
we captured Better Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get I like the way you Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. But here's my
Понятно.
favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're... I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into... So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him... We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw.
Пам-парам-пам-пам-пам.
Ah, tear my heart out, why don't you? People lose their heads.
Понятно.
That's the... Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
I was just
That's
thinking
so.
about it.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
Oh, pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles.
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along.
А что, можно шторы
I'll need you
закрыть?
to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Да блин. Так, это...
I'll sit tight.
What
Здорово.
an ugly little worm you are.
Согласен.
You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order. Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors. I'll show you, gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room. Get away
Something the
from
matter,
me.
Silus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment. You've upset him.
Come on!
И чё у тебя хп нету? О, есть хп. Пау, 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 пяу, пяу. Я куда-то по пучкам убил вроде.
Whoa, easy there. You're supposed to rough him up a little, not kill him. Why don't you step outside a minute? Let off some steam. Nice.
Ладно, подожди.
Time no see,
What the
Sealers.
fuck? Ладно, кофе
I was
попробую.
just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles.
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Sealus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Так, чё тетка свалила?
What an ugly little worm.
Вот теперь ты меня разозлил.
You must have some...
Так, я это все видел.
Foot...
Is something the matter, Sealus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment.
Your friend is a miserable fucking degenerate.
Дикий.
I don't know. I thought he seemed like a nice guy.
If he were on the other side of the river, I'd have him torn apart by dogs.
That's a long walk, Sealus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
Your tactics are a joke.
If you don't like dealing with me, I can bring my friend back in.
Both of you can rot.
Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
О, я там сохранился. Опять забрали все.
We don't have anything. Coward. I've led charges against men with guns, but suicide is...
Да понятно.
You think I'm going to slit my throat for some megalomaniacal self-appointed dictator? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken from me out of some irrational paranoia. Caesar's losing it. I believe that. He's been shutting himself in his tent. Privately, he complains of headaches. Whatever it is, it's affecting his ability to lead.
Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound like a man in command? He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue me? No. He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here, and he's left me to rot. I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night. Sometimes that intelligence would find its way to my cantery. Then you're a fool. That man reports to Caesar on what I do here. The Legion isn't going to take me back. My only hope is to escape and disappear. But if I escape and he reports it, they'll hunt me down as long as I live. It served me to report him as much as it served you. I hope the Legion burns your wretched body at the stake when they conquer this place. Nothing I could tell you would do anything to stop that. Get away from me.
You got something to say, or do you always look like that? You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Так, ты, значит, не предатель. Всяко разно.
Hello.
Hello? Hello? Блин, вообще в другой стороне. О, а что я тут должен? Я хизбич. Хороший плакат. Так, вот я здесь вот, и что мне тут надо делать? Ни хрена мне тут делать не надо, и там непонятно, что делать. Что за фигня? Доставьте счет красного каравана доктору Хилдерну в лагерь. Так, блин, я же был у него, этого докторишки драного. Или это другой драный докторишка?
Yes? From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation, even out here in the waste. Was there anything else? Or were you just here?
Так, ну-ка сохранюсь на всякий случай.
Yes? Something? I never said you were. You've been speaking to... Fair enough. Begging your pardon, but this is beginning... No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference. I'd have to consult my records. 8, 10... I have no evidence that they're dead. 1,000 things could have happened between here and the vault. They could have changed their minds and walked away. I wouldn't be much of a scientist if I leapt to conclusions without proof. All right. I'll admit that it's been difficult to find anyone willing to enter the vault.
Договорились. Понятно. Значит, что у нас еще тут? Келлис, что счет доставлен. Капитан Кертис, где он? Он здесь и есть. Капитан Кертис. Это что, работает? Не работает. Сортир. Еще сортир. Я что, не туда пришел?
Nice to meet you.
Я знаю, кто ты.
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes.
Да.
You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get.
Так
This
ты же
guy's gotten a
стучишь,
lot of
да?
my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor. Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Well?
Так, сейчас я сохраню, чтобы не конфликтануть.
Well? Christ, keep it down. You want to blow the whole thing? We've worked years for this. But maybe it's good for you here. Shu knows about the leaks, and I'm supposed to find the spy for him. At first, I couldn't believe my luck, but since I haven't produced results, for obvious reasons, I feel him looking at me differently now. Maybe he's just thinking about putting someone else in charge. Maybe he's starting to suspect. Either way, it's bad for me. Especially once this next part goes down. Took me 3.5 years just to make captain. Usually takes 4, but I made sure there was an early vacancy. Caesar sees threats before they're even aware of them. He sent me long before we moved to occupy the eastern riverbank. And now all my work, all the waiting, is about to pay off. If you haven't noticed, the NCR bolsters its presence on the strip from here. Sends troopers on the monorail in shifts. The monorail lets them occupy 2 positions for the price of 1. It's a supply line that's immune to raiders and other hindrances on the ground. If someone were to cut that line, both positions would be much weaker, fragile. They know this, and they watch it like hawks. But I've been here a long time, and I've learned everything there is to know about it, and I'm going to blow up that train. I told you. I think they're starting... You're going to put the bomb... I'll be sure to be in the presence of several reliable eyewitnesses when it happens. Then, I plan on disappearing after this operation. It'd be a matter of time before they trace it to me. Figured out I was a frumentarius. But with your help, maybe I can stay on after all. Make plans for something grander. No. I wouldn't do that. Not unless I didn't have better options any. I have the explosive stash in a trash can, next to the ticketing counter, along with some incriminating documents. You'll pick them up and make your way upstairs to the monorail terminal. They change the guard there at 0900 and 1800 hours.
Так, ну ты крыса, короче, да, понятно.
Put the bomb in... I've got him on guard duty patrolling the tarmac just inside the south gate, and I reassigned the other guard, so he should be alone. His footlocker's in the barracks in the main concourse. Yeah, I have the explosive stash in a trash can. You'll pick them up and make your way upstairs. They change the guard there at 0900 and 1800 hours. Crenshaw's a problem child. Lots of run-ins with his superiors. It'll be easy for them to believe he's working for the Legion.
Так, Пойду тебя сдам, значит, что делать-то?
When I got this assignment, Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
А где тетка? Свалила, что ли?
Get away from me.
Понял. О, ну началось опять. Выдавание по одной позиции оружия.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it
We
this
still
time.
haven't gotten Ranger Morales' body back from the fiends. Sure doesn't inspire confidence in the guys you're serving with.
Шпиономания.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobets, 1st Recon. We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into it, some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling. Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at 1st Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help. I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could... Corporal Sterling was an NCR Ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a Ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to 1st Recon. We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR.
Да блин, это я понял.
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military.
Так, капрал Бетси.
Never seen you around before. Not unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me.
Понятно.
Legion fights to win, and they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes. Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all. Yeah, right. You're sniffing up the wrong skirt. Try me again when you're tall, blonde, and female.
А, да?
What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude? They don't. Only the good ones do. My partner's got some potential, so I let him wear those goofy glasses. I tell him they're his training shades. He totally buys it. Truth is, his eyes just suck. The little guy, 10 of spades. I like him because he listens. Doesn't shut up the rest of the time, but when I talk, he listens. Also, he doesn't pull any stupid come-ons, like practically every other horn dog alpha male on this base. Might be he's just scared of me, though. Yeah, We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Usually works pretty well, unless you get paired up with an asshole. Thing is, there's a lot of assholes in the army. I keep hoping they'll pair me up with some hot blonde like you see on those old pinups. Shit, I don't even care if she can shoot straight. Can't have everything.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, you don't see the others crying about every little brute. Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, when you put it that way. All right. You can tell... There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
Усанаги, импланты. Так, про свидание мы уже поговорили. Алло. Починилась твоя подруга?
Wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner. I think she'll actually... I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't want to look bad in front of the rest of the squad. You settled that. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her. Carry on.
Ну-Вегас. Медицинская клиника Ну-Вегас. Так, задание. О, не туда нажал. О, да? А, нет. Давай тогда здесь пошастаем еще. Да блин, да какого? А, еще кто-то.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can... Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had. Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. A couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expect to find trouble. Old habit, but it saved my hide on occasion. Round about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. Now that's the 3rd time I've spied those lights, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me. No trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. That light is mighty consistent. Always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look. I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gore bets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets. Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation
Так, сейчас
and
секунду
reconnaissance.
отойду.
We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. I guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
Давай ты меня спросишь, куда поставить.
Going on 6 months now, but whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork.
До свидания.
We won't
С этим поговорил.
go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Как так? Стоп, подожди. Как это так это? Терминал, а там что? А что мне сейчас надо делать-то? Задание персонал. Все равно сюда, да? И дальше. Да пошла ты нафиг. Какой в жопу главный зал?
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on it.
Да? Охренеть, вот тут окопались. No. А, вон дверь.
You look like someone in need of a... You mean other than some stranger with no military ID interrogating me inside our base? Did Boyd put you up to this? I'm so sick of this harassment. You tell her to stop wasting my time with this bullshit. No, I haven't seen anything suspicious. It's been business as usual.
Это...
Boyd put you up to this? I'm so sick of this. No, I haven't seen anything.
Ни хрена у тебя патронов-то. Так, на... Боевая броня усиленная, Марк 2. О. А, ну это отдай. Ультравинт. Супер стимулятор. Снайперская винтовка у меня есть такая. Пошел.
Now you're talking my language. I do have an expanded inventory for people I can... If you're willing to do a little legwork for me. Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard-pressed to find them at a better price anywhere else. Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want, you know. I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many friends in the gun runners. Speaking of which, guess your first stop. You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes. Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot north from here. Up past the sharecroppers.
Так, этот не знает.
right ahead, Trooper.
You're back. Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it. Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him. I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly. Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to. Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the control tower at night. It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Most soldiers around the base don't have that. Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there. Just a bunch of old communications equipment. If you can find out any more, I'd be interested to hear it. There's something about this I really don't like. And if I weren't tied up here, I'd be staking it out personally. Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing. Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept.
Так, до свидания. До свидания. Воу. Тудудун, тудудун, тун, тудудун, тудудун, тун, тудудун, тудудун, тун, тудудун, тудудун, тун, тун. Оу. Башня. Ты где? Вон она. А, подожди, так у меня этот же есть. О, разное. Так, все, у меня же ничего тут нет. А, я просто могу, наверное, дверь открыть. Использовать ключ. Бун, блядь, что ты меня пугаешь? Говорить. Так а что мне тут, видимо, до часу ночи, да, посидеть надо? Ну, понятно. В час ночи они там приходят. Это что, 5 часов? А, мало, АМ же было. ПМ. Это... Это сейчас будет 10. И мне еще надо 3 часа. Блин, ну там ровно в час ночи же, да? Так, мне надо 23 часа. Так, 12, час дня. Десять часов. Так, 12. Тут нет никого, блин. Не понимаю. Снаружи, что ли, стоять надо? Угу. Идет красавчик.
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupa.
What's the status of your primary mission, Picus?
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over.
How long?
Couple of minutes. Over.
10-4. Keep us updated.
10-4.
Так, наверное, тоже можно было обойти как-то, нет? Ладно, хрен с меня нет, хотел вообще посмотреть, что мне надо. Найдите и взрите бомбу на монорельсовом поезде, пока он не покинул станцию. Так, это дверь, это дверь. Дальше. Да блин, зараза. Махавская пустошь. Видимо, наверху. Так, это, видимо, вот этот вот поезд. Вот этот вот. Ух ты. Сюда.
You got something to say, or do you always look like that?
Я всегда так. А где он? Почему мне его не показывают? А, он внизу.
Look who it is. I haven't had the privilege, but I'm told you've been an angel on our shoulder. No? What happened? Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. And I'll make sure you receive the credit you deserve. I'll have Curtis taken into custody. If he lets himself be taken alive, that is. Bye.
Так, с этим заданием все. Целительство. Можешь на меня положиться. Возвращайте Кэлис. А, вот, это мне как интересно. Ну, давай Кэлис сгоняем, а потом не расти трава. Где она? Что? А, я не то нажал, да? Кайф.
Hey. Welcome back.
Well, you've proven yourself reliable. As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths. There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans.
Ой, это же где-то она была в
They've been
Караване
rather
Кэссиди.
competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost. The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll. The quality of the Gunrunner's armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped. Thank you.
Найди кого-нибудь другого.
I understand. No hard feelings.
Так, задание, оплата по счетам. Говорите, расстаться с компанией Караван Кэссиди. Целительство. Целительство. Блин. Мугавская пустошь. Вы нашли медицинская клиника Нью-Вегаса. Да, это не дверь. А я что-то подумал было. А как тут заходить-то? Ау. Ау.
Hello. I'm just security, not a doctor.
Not a doctor. Где она там скоблится?
The followers are always on the lookout for new friends like yourself.
Охранник, тут какой-то... Тут кого-то никого вообще. Кого-то резали, кстати. И... А вот она, доктор. Усанаги.
Welcome to the New Vegas Medical Clinic. I'm a fully qualified physician and can fix what... If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants. Mental trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries. Fortunately, I'm well qualified in such treatment. I'll make time in my schedule.
Ooh. Я страдаю от лучевой болезни. Нет. Наркомания. Так, что у тебя за импланты там?
I have several basic implants available that can enhance your phys. I've also got two much more expensive implants. One's a subdermal implant that will make you more resistant to damage. The other implant induces a mild regenerative effect.
Ой.
Your wounds will practically heal before your eyes. One other thing I forgot to mention. Your body may be able to handle only a limited number of implants. The healthier you are, the more implants I'll be able to give you. Now, what surgery are you...
Восприимчивая, выносливость, привлекательность. Я хочу стать умнее. Ловкость, удачливая. А я... Так, подожди, забудь. До свидания. Не ложись, женщина. Так, статы, спешл. У меня есть восприятие, у меня харизма. Так, ловкость, удача. Ловкость, удача. Я ловкость хочу, удачу хочу, выносливость не хочу. Чего выносливость, ловкость, удача. Давай.
You're back.
Да.
The reflex booster does exactly what it says. Speeds up your reaction times. For 4,000 caps,
Привет.
I can attach
Привет,
the
Игорь.
implant to your central nervous node. Have a seat in the auto dock.
Несколько часов. Куда она ушла? Женщина, вернись. Ловкость 7 это на 1 всего. Думал, бафнет, так бафнет. Ну ладно.
Hey.
You're back.
А
Do you need medic...
у меня столько денег-то нету, да? Ну еще есть там немножко. Ну ладно, пока. Инфо, задание. Плата по счетам Кесиди. Свой пост компании Красный. А где он? Возвращайтесь к Кэс. Кэс. А чем они отличаются? Может, на меня положиться и плата по счетам? Так, ну тут двоих надо убеждать. Где? А вон пост Махава. А этот где-то сидит с барышнями и преферансом, да? Ну пошли. Хорошо. Что за музыка?
You want someone dead? Really dead? Stop by the Silver Rush and we'll give you the means.
Понял. Кассино. Наверху. Охранник адского... Что? Вот он.
Shove off. You're making my luck. Fuck no. No matter what that old bitch McLafferty says, my dad said I can be
Папа
in
сказал,
charge
я
of the New
буду
Vegas branch.
главным.
Besides, I got into a little money trouble with the Omertas. If I quit the Crimson Caravan, how am I supposed to get the money to gamble? What? No, wait. Look, I just need time. Don't rat me out to them. You want me to quit the Crimson Caravan? Fine, I quit. You can tell McLafferty that she won't see my face again.
Все так просто. Ой, выходи. Нет, я отсюда вроде могу. Картонира. И Кэссиди. Наемник. Бродячий торговец. Она там же накидывается, сидит, точно.
Those cons got the hint. We've shown everyone that these are our new
You come around like a bad habit. What's on your... They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
Но она же рассказывала.
Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell. If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine. Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever
Так у
heard I
тебя
sold her name
сдохло
for
все, и
anything.
денег нет.
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper. What did you just say to me? 'Cause you sure as hell got my attention now. Me, that's who. I'm not gonna let it go just yet. There might be some survivors, or... Who am I kidding? There's nothing
Ну давай
left.
поищем.
And I wouldn't be here drinking in some shitty bar in the ass of nowhere if it wasn't true. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel
Kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name. No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
А, да, ее с собой можно взять.
Where? Like Vegas? Shoot and spit enough friends out. East? Get put in one of Caesar's little camps? No thanks. Head back west? I already know the big circle and everyone in it, except now I go back there ruined. Never really realized how small the Mojave is getting nowadays. Hard to find a place to go that's worthwhile.
А пошли со мной.
You got one too many by my count.
Опа. Бартер без оружия. Медицина. Ну. О, смерть на взлете. Возьмем. Молодой да ранний. Понятно. Да, это я. Так, тетки обратно противной. Где она? Любимец. Во, подожди, не убивай его. Снаряжение. Где у меня Магнум? Кал 44. Стоять! Да ё-моё! Зачем ты его убил? Ядерная батарея, лазерная винтовка, шлем. Выйти, стой. Сейчас мы к ним в пещеру пойдем. Ты чё, спишь?
Welcome back. Yes, I understand that he's decided to quit outright. Then again, perhaps I'd rather not know. Thank you all the same. I'm very happy to be rid of that man. Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions. Something has actually come up. A prospector recently came through here and spent a lot of caps on supplies. Closer inspection of these caps has revealed them to be brand new. This is a problem. The most likely source of these new caps is the old sarsaparilla bottling plant. Go there, locate the bottle cap press, and disable it. What would you like to know?
Прессинг.
People have been counterfeiting bottle caps forever, but it's always been small scale. A bottle cap press is a whole other threat. We can't have anyone devaluing our currency by mass-producing new bottle caps. Certainly, bottle caps do wear out or get damaged. Some people even insist on using bottle caps in explosive devices for some reason. We make it a point to scour pre-war bottling plants and recover or disable the bottle cap presses. Seems we missed one. Lots of little things. The paint on the label, the machining, the type of metal it's made from. I know there's counterfeit caps floating around, of course. Fortunately, they're very time-consuming to make, so the numbers are small.
О, привет, я тебя знаю. О, привет, Жора, я тебя тоже знаю. Чё, ты не пошел в Сталкера играть?
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. О, вечером. Так вечером обоссишься же. Со страху там. О, штаб-квартира. Там по-любому есть крышки со звездочками, да? Ну, ну, раз пох, то пох, чё. Потом не реви, что у тебя глаз дергается. Чё у тебя там как? Ровно все. О, слушай, Жора, а посмотри, куда у нас в Epic Games игры ставятся, в какой каталог. Ты же можешь оболочку с проги снять? Ну или это. На админском посмотри, там же тоже есть эта папка Epic Games, и внутри там что ли игры ставятся, понять не могу. Epic Games. Не помню, короче. Сколько крышка за шампанское? У нас нету прайса на слабый алкоголь, Жора. У нас есть только, не знаю, рублей стоим, заряди. Или пусть на улицу пьют. А что вообще за радость-то? Кто там опять шампанское бухает? Что вообще за радость шампанское пить? Сейчас напьются там. Женятся на тебе 2 раза. О, ты бы гнал их нахрен. Они опять там в 8 на этой бедной плойке сидят. Трое? Ну смотри, блин. С малолетками с этими опять? С подружками с твоими? Боже, Алена одна и 2 чела. Вот, если к тебе придут коп, не реви потом. Куда я хочу пойти? Я хочу пойти... Пойди посмотри, ага, Epic Games куда ставится. Может, надо этот фортик поставить. Задание. Куда я хочу? Я хочу... почему у меня плата по счетам не кончилась? Эй! В смысле... А, вот, я сюда хочу. Убежище 22. Выглядит опасно. Компания Красный... Так, это я там. А это лагерь Маккарти. Я там любимец. И где оно, это ваше убежище? А мне что к засранцам надо? Я бы так-то засранцев тоже пострелял. О, почему я отсюда должен идти туда? Так. Плата по счетам, прессинг, фигня, таланты отзовитесь, Джокер, там танго. А чё они мне не дали, да, где-то третий или какой он там? Бумеранг. Кстати, а бумеранг где? А бумеранг-то он там же, да. Убежище 22. Химическая лаборатория Редрока. Да чтоб вас всех. Пойдем туда и налево подкрываем все нахрен. Так, блин, я понимаю, что там отдельная папка эпика. Жора, ты что такой ущербный? Посмотри, как она называется. Мне прямо вот скопируй там весь путь до игры Fortnite. Вот куда у тебя игра в Fortnite поставлена? О, здорово, пацаны. Can't run from me. Нож. Одежда отщепенца. Поселенца. Я не в ту сторону опять иду. Какого хрена? Я хочу идти туда. Тоже агрессор? Это что, дверь? Нет, это не дверь. Мне все-таки надо туда зайти. В эти ворота. Я отходил, что, все норм? Да, я правильно чекнул. Я тебе, Жора, знаешь что? Я тебе завтра какую-нибудь часть тела оторву. Мне надо путь. Полный путь с буквами, знаками препинания, слэшами и прочей всякой хренью. А ты мне только сказал, что там отдельная папка. Я понимаю, блин, что там отдельная папка. Мне надо знать, как она называется. You know? А чё пытаться-то? Ты посмотри на этом, на компе, на админском. Там у тебя есть же этот Fortnite. Куда он установлен? Куда я опять иду? Что я не туда иду? Конечно же я не туда иду. А как туда пройти? Пустите меня. Что за дурость? Ну-ка. Фриса. Так я там был, алло. Вот нахрена они так все запутали? О, это что? Разрушенный магазин, нужен ключ. Да. Где его брать? Да почему ты мне обратно-то показываешь? Игра. Я ненавижу тебя. We've got что? О боже. Ну я только что ж оттуда пришел. Или не оттуда? Нет, я оттуда пришел. Махавская. Иди, говорит, в Махавскую пустошь. Я не хочу идти в Махавскую пустошь. Что вообще за задание это дело? Бумеранг. Карта местности. Мне надо либо сюда, либо туда. Мне надо сюда. We've got stuff. Вот. А дальше мне куда? Почему теперь здесь ничего не горит? Почему они обе теперь горят здесь? Долбаное ты говно. Какой же я тебя... hate so much right now. Там есть какие-нибудь хоть двери еще на той стороне? Там есть стрип Нью-Вегаса. А это школа двойников короля. Эй, эй. А это что за дверь? Это не дверь. Или это дверь? Нет, это не дверь. Ой, не-не. Подожди. Да отойди, блин, я тоже хочу пострелять. На тебе. Лукасу. Очаги, кстати. Георгий, пожалуйста, включи мозг. У тебя на компе есть система развертывания. То есть игры, они устанавливаются на админске, потом разворачиваются на все компы, блин. Ты сейчас вот эту часть ты понял? То есть на компе, с которого ты сейчас пишешь это все, есть Epic Games на диске D и установлен Fortnite, блин. Открой проводник на этом компе и посмотри, куда он у тебя на этом, блин, компе установлен. Ты что, травмированный, что ли? Я понять не могу. О, бабка это орет. Накрыла. Шо Брамин в стрипе делает, не знаю. Поиграть, наверное, пришел. Или за телочками. Скорее второе. А, тут тетки купаются. Вот и Брамин, наверное, с ними. А, так это бойцы НКР. А ты тоже боец НКР? У меня тоже розовая пижама есть. А это кто? Путник, игрок. Путник, спутник. О, побежали все. Карта мира. Выпустите меня отсюда. Долбаные, блин, катакомбы. Можно я выйду? Нет, а что ты тут охраняешь, стоишь? Тут же нет ничего, болван. А вы что тут охраняете? Тут же тоже нет ничего. А чё все стоят-то тут? О май гарбл. Убежище 21, магазин подарков. Это что? Штаб военной полиции. Я хочу в штаб военной полиции? Нет, я не хочу в штаб военной полиции. Так. Я не хочу убежище 21, Топс казино тоже не хочу. Я вообще бы отсюда хотел свалить, если честно. Станция Бар Лас-Вегас. Там станция есть? Что? Наверху? А, наверху. Че, сейчас наверх поднялся и вниз пойду? Тырырын, тырырын. А мог?
I bet it feels real nice to be carrying those weapons around. That damn Mr. House has forbid any NCR military personnel from carrying. Mr. House still doesn't trust the NCR. A word of advice. The
Георгий
Securitrons won't put
сломался.
up with any funny stuff out there, so don't do anything stupid. This your first time on the strip?
Ну нет. Не в первый раз. Ну да, так и
Well,
есть.
it's time to pop your Vegas cherry, friend. I'm sure you'll have a blast and be drunk and capless in no time.
Дефлорацию
I can
Вегаса.
give you a bit more information
О.
about the various casinos if you're not
Какое
sure on where
место
to get
ты мне
started.
дефлорировать собрался? Что там есть, кроме
There's
казино?
Vault 21 and the NCR embassy. Both places are located on the south side of the strip. Vault 21 is a small hotel and gift shop. It's not as nice as the casinos, but it's a whole hell of a lot cheaper. The NCR embassy is the headquarters for the NCR on the strip. The ambassador and his offices are there as well as the MP headquarters. Well, there's the Lucky 38, Ultralux, Gamora, and the Tops. Which one do you want to know about?
And the taps.
The Ultralux is the nicest casino on the strip. Real high-end, extravagant, and expensive. Best you have a lot of caps if you want to go there.
Лакс клуб у этого.
Gamora is the favorite of the NCR troops on the strip. If you like girls, alcohol, gambling, and drugs, then Gamora is just the place for you. The Tops is the cool place to be right now. Lots of entertainment and shows going on there as well as the gambling. If you want to catch a show and have a few drinks, you should definitely hit up the Aces Theater in the Tops.
Все.
Don't know much about it, to tell the truth. That's where Mr. House and his Securitrons are set up, but no one's been in there as long as people can remember. Probably best that you just ignore it.
А не о чем больше спрашивать, то друг. До свидания. Кто там будет шат? Я не хочу шат. Толчок, толчок. Где? May I hello? Глазеть запрещено. Why? Дверь. Во. Можно мне туда, можно мне туда. Ну. Поехать на поезде в Макаран. А Макаран? Так, хорошо, игра, я тебе доверяю. Мы с тобой идем на выход. Идем, идем, идем. Идем, идем. Выходим в дверь. Потом мы куда идем? Мы идем наверх. Зашел дальше. Кого мне там надо-то? Я вообще не понимаю. Так, идем еще выше. А, стоп. Да, давай меня веди. Не расти трава. Туда меня веди. Это все равно сюда. Окей. Дальше. Дальше мне надо вот туда пройти. Вот туда пройти. И вот она дверь. вышел.
We've got stuff.
И хрена себе опять прямо.
To sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph.
А, это я вот только зашел.
Hello.
Короли. И... А, все, теперь пешедралом, понял. О, площадь Нью-Вегас. Вот, теперь я пойду через вот эту фигню. Да? А как бы туда? Понаставили заборов. Что это вообще за поселение? О, дырка. И нет тут ни хрена. Зачем мне этот карман сделали? А, он, собственно, не карман. Просто какая-то дыра в обороне. Ну, откройте локацию-то, блин. О, дверь нашел. О, привет. Вестсайд. Вест-Кост. А. Южный вход, западный вход. Понял. Вот. Теперь версия 22. А, ну потом оттуда уйду. У вас там ничего нет? У меня в садике была ракета, в ней какашки постоянно валялись. А здесь нету. Культурные люди. А тут реально у них все растет, смотри, что. Круто. Опасно. О, грибы. Так, началось, да? Дайте мне мой этот. По 35. А дебун? Где-то кого-то валит. Ой. Короче, я тупой дурак. Я знаю, Георгий. Ты представляешь, каково с тобой работать? А, ты ссылку мне оставил. Ага. Пробелы там где-нибудь поставь. Ну или в личку скинь мне. О, как туда попасть? А, да? Там ВКшечки, я не знаю, как-нибудь. Что это ты мне скинул? Вот ты мне IP-адрес скинул. Так, Георгий, открывай. Вот прямо проводник. Ты же знаешь, это такая желтая папочка, твою мать, администратор хрена. Там желтая папочка, называется проводник. Вот на том компьютере, с которого ты сейчас пальцами тыкаешь своими. Экспедиция в Беши 22. Да, ну, открывай. И вот там открывай диск D. Есть там же диск такой? У тебя там мой компьютер, в этот компьютер там есть диск C и диск D. Ну, нашел? Ну, иди на админский. Будешь бегать, значит, мне писать, нашел или не нашел. В убежище вошло несколько человек, но не уходил никто. Как снаружи, это немного удивляет, учитывая недостаток солнечного света в вестибюле. Но еще более удивительно, что похоже на нижних уровнях растительность еще более пышная. Может, этот болван Хилдерн действительно наткнулся на нечто стоящее. Ну вот, смотри, открыл D-диск. Там есть папка Epic Games. Есть? С пробелом такая должна быть. D Epic Games. Так, тетка, что-то случилось. Данная на... О, спортивная сумка. Да, вот теперь войди в нее. О, что я взял? Кексы. Я что-то взял какую-то каку. Вошел. Вошел пишется через О. И вот там есть папка какая-нибудь Games там. Или еще что-то. Вошел. А, ты вообще с двумя даже. Ты в слове вошел, сделал аж 2 ошибки. Ну ты красавчик. Есть там папка Games? Games, да. Войди в нее. Через О и Ё. Я какой-то хлам собираю. Гаечные ключи, видимо, хапнул. Вошел. Теперь, короче, сфотографируй мне окно. И отправь мне в ВК фотографию, чтобы там видно было путь и саму папку. То есть все вот это окно, которое ты сейчас открыл, сфотографируй вместе с заголовками совсем. И отправь. В папке Games у тебя должна быть папка Fortnite. Гаечный ключ не нужен. Кровать не хочу. Мятая жестяная банка. Что за горошек? Свинина с бобами. Не хочу свинину с бобами. С бобами. Сейчас там какой-нибудь плюш будет внутри. Из Бэтмена. Крышка я... fuck me. Помощь. Оп, не повезло. О, опять не повезло. Не везет. Оно, сейчас посмотрю. Вот, диск D, Epic Games и Fortnite. Ну все, Георгий, можешь же, когда захочешь. Редко, но метко. Это что? Это лифт, я не хочу лифт. А это что? А это дверь. Ха-ха, так просто. Да, так просто, только минут 20 у тебя заняло. Дверь, убежище, рециркуляция воздуха. Я хочу в лифт или рециркуляцию воздуха? Видимо, все-таки сюда хочу. Вот что? Дверь. Тут можешь что-нибудь потыкать? Нет. Игра не хочет, чтобы я что-нибудь здесь тыкал. Вдруг сломаю. Уйди, бун. Дверь. Еще дверь. Дверь в дверь в дверь. А там вниз. А это обратно. А это лифт. Я не хочу лифт. А там еще ниже. Понял. А это дверь. Жора, я 4 раза повторил. За админским компом. За админским компом. Ты такой, да. Подожди, я опять сюда вернулся, что ли? Зачем? Было. Ты просто глупый, Георгий. И это сейчас не буллинг, это констатация факта. Понятно. А скажи-ка мне, Георгий, у вас что там все отложилось на неопределенный срок, получается? У вас там у кого-то кто-то что-то где-то умер, Михаил себе опять какую-то там часть тела ненужную повредил. А это что? Получение данных инвентаризация. А и что? А куда я их получил? Предложение покупки. Можно? Нельзя. Воздуховоды второго уровня. Я слышу, что там кто-то печатает. Alright. А кто там? Кого-то там увидел через стену. Я тоже так хочу. Alright. Что-то какая-то шляпа, Бун. О, вентиляция. А там? Я... Охренеть. Это да. Элевейтор. Третий уровень, первый уровень, второй уровень. Дверь. Электричество где-то. Проектор. Работает до сих пор. Ничего себе. Хороший. И лампа не сдохла. Вот бы мне такой. А где все? Невозможно отключить автоматику двери. А, да? Кто это там? Ты зачем убил его? Он, может, хороший был? Он там сидел. Уйди, Бун! Это, Бун! Иди сюда. Спасибо. Дай посмотрю, что ты там убил-то. Кто это? Споронос карлик. Спороноса карлика убил. Ай-яй-яй. Пищевое производство. Да где ты там все друзей-то находишь? На земле вылазит, что ли? А, да, это правда из земли. Ой, все затекло. Куда тетка-то делась? Вернуться бы обратно в 2010 в момент первого ее прохождения. Я первый раз ее прохожу, мне не надо никуда возвращаться. Ну, круто, да, согласен. Срочная медицинская помощь. Доктор Бейли. Помогите. Здесь кто-то еще страшнее будет, чем эти дети цветов. О, нужен ключ. Я взломщик, блин, со стажем. Мне не нужен ключ. Я так все могу. О. Уничтожь вредителей. О, привет. А чё тут залез-то обратно? Так нечестно. Во, смотри, сколько их там было. Дайте кнопочки понажимать. Что, тебя тоже не напрягают? Меня тоже. Пойдем искать. Мы не... Так, погоди. А как? А как?
Keep looking.
Зачем вся эта информация? Типа, чтобы знать, как тут все развивалось. Что? Психотропный эффект на небольших млекопитающих. Понятно. Кто-то где-то постоянно печатает. Пищевая добавка. Что за пищевая добавка? О. Здорово. Критическое попадание. У них нет ничего. Ой, как мне туда попасть? Сраные кусты. Еще говорит где-то кто-то что-то. Так, тут я был. Но это где-то рядом прям. Как туда выйти? Это что? Ничего там нету, вон пошли. Сюда я вышел, тут тоже ни хрена нет. 3 отчета и... Всё. И дальше никуда. Здесь тоже никуда. Откуда сказал? О, смотри, Бун, друг тебе пришел. Ё-май. Ничего себе, он какой мощный. Ну, блин. Опять туда пошел, не хочу туда. Там мы убили чувака. Тут мы были. О, дверь. А, нужен ключ. Да, это я помню. А где ключ-то взять? Тут отчеты, помогите. В столах нету. Бун, ищи ключ. Тут мы теткины отчеты читали. Сейчас, значит, сюда. Сюда я опять пришел к этой. Ах. Как стрёмно-то. Не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не-не. Я где-то развернулся. Лифт. 4-й уровень. Уничтожение вредителей. Во. Вредитель. До свидания, вредитель. Это что? Заперто, очень простой. Общее помещение. Вот он, таракан. Большой. 2 таракана. Можно влево? Спасибо. Богомол. О, отлично. Что делать? Обратно идти. Зачем я сюда вообще ломился? А что тут такого-то? Так, подожди, игра. Нога богомола 3 штуки. Пой. Это что? Батарея. Еще батарея. Нифига я по нему потоптался. А что это такое? Снаряжение. Оружие. «98, 20». Ну, не сильно, я бы сказал. Откуда у меня силовой кастет? 6 килограмм. Так, подожди. 6 килограмм это мало. Что у меня еще есть? У меня столько всего. Лазер. Лазырь. Мне ПП вот совсем не нужен. Сколько он весит? 4 килограмма. Бун. Иди сюда. Торговать. Fine by me. Назад. Пойди 9, мама. Носи. С гордостью. Ну такое. Инфо. Туда. Ого. Они там съели кого-то? Ну что? Какая гадость. Так, заперто сложный. Да. Открыть замок. Окей. Это дыра какая-то наружу. Компьютер сломан. Где-то кто-то ходит, Бун. Я не хочу отсюда уходить, если честно. Мне надо туда. О! Терминал. Ой, не ту кнопку нажал. А все, ты всех уже убил опять. Нога богомола 4. А у того 2. А у того 4. А у этого? У этого тоже 2. А у того 4. Тот круче. Да хорош, ты где их там находишь-то все? А у этого 3. Странно. Шкаф. Кал, батарея. Стоять. Батарея. А, блин, ядерная батарея — это хлам. Разная ядерная батарея. У меня их еще и 2, блин. Так, господа, мне надо отойти минут на 30. Поэтому потом, наверное, продолжим.